Hey guys, what's up? This is Bharat Nagpal. You're watching iGyan. Today we've got a really special laptop. We're going to be checking out the HP ZBook X2. This is the Generation 4 detachable workstation laptop from HP. Let's unbox it and see what it's like. The ZBook X2 has just been launched and it's available in two options. The base price starts at 1,23,888, whereas the one we have here is a 2,62,386 variant. So let's unravel the box and see what's inside. So once we cut through the packaging, we'll see that there is a accessories box inside, and this includes quite a few things. So you have some documentation along with two CD drives, one of which is a Windows 10 installation disk. But the funny thing is that the ZBook X2 does not have a CD drive, so I don't know why people are still including CDs or DVDs in boxes when people basically don't use CDs and DVDs anymore. You also have some basic documentation and warranty information, along with the charging brick, which is a 90-watt power adapter. You also get a pen input, and this pen is quite like the pens that we've seen on Samsung Galaxy Note devices, so you do have replaceable tips. A lot of tips are included inside the box, along with a tool to remove and add new tips to the pen. The pen is the size of a regular pen and has several functions, including basic writing. You have a secondary click, and you also have an erase mode by simply turning the pen upside down. The pen also has several mounting options. It comes with a carry case that you can have on you, and then there is also a simple card attachment that gets connected to the keyboard of the HP ZBook that will allow you to store your pen with your notebook if that's something that you want. Now let's look at the machine itself. Now it comes in two pieces. The keyboard is separate from the workstation monitor, which basically houses all the components. Now because this is a workstation grade laptop, it's quite heavy as well. With the keyboard attached, it weighs in at 2.17 kilograms, and without the keyboard, it weighs in at 1.6 kilograms or 4.78 pounds and 3.64 pounds respectively. It is made out of a stiffened anodized aluminum, and it is designed to pass military standard 810G testing, so you can literally drop this thing and nothing should happen to it. So let's quickly do a one over with the ZBook X2. Over at the front, you have quite a lot of things going on next to the display. So you do have two infrared lights on top of the display, along with a set of microphones, so dual microphones, and you have an RGB camera and an infrared camera. Both of these will be used for Windows Hello or for logging into your machine securely during the day as well as during the night. On either side of the screen, you'll see several HP quick keys. These can be customized and used for your specific shortcuts for whatever program you may be using a lot. Now, the ZBook X2 has a 14-inch diagonal 4K resolution anti-glare LED backlit display. This is a touchscreen as well, so you can use finger input as well as pen input, and you do have a 3840 by 2160 resolution. Now the whole unit itself is completely detachable, so you can remove it from the keyboard itself and use it in a tablet mode, whether vertically or horizontally. Also on the back of this is a stand, so you can stand this up independently without the keyboard. And even if you're using the keyboard, you need to use the stand to have it sit on a desk. It does not open up and stay open like a keyboard, because most of the hardware is behind the display and not under the keyboard as you would see in a usual laptop. So over at the back, you can see that you have lots of air ventilation going on because there are two fans that will cool both the chipset as well as the GPU. Speaking of which, this device has an Intel Core i7-8550U chipset with UHD graphics 620 as default, along with the NVIDIA Quadro M60 GPU. There are two variants of the HP ZBook X2, and they're priced about 1 lakh rupees apart, but the only real difference I can find is either 8GB of RAM with 2 slots of 4GB on the base variant, and 16GB of RAM with 2 slots of 8GB on the higher variant, which costs 2,62,000, whereas the base variant costs 1,23,000, and everything else is exactly the same. So I don't know if you need 16GB of RAM. You can pay 1,30,000 rupees extra, or you can just stick with the base variant with 8GB of RAM and get the exact same specs as the high-end variant without spending the extra money. Both of these also have a 512GB of NVMe M2 SSD. This is connected via a PCIe port on the device itself. You also get Bang & Olufsen speakers. They are stereo speakers and they are mounted on the top of the display. So they are top firing speakers, and we'll talk about them in just a little bit. So you do have a 720p webcam on the front, so if you want to do video calls or any such thing, you can do those at 30 FPS on 720p resolution. And then you also have an infrared camera, which will allow you to basically log into the device during low light environments. There's also a rear-facing camera, which they call the world-facing camera. That's an 8-megapixel camera, and that can do video at 1080p at 30 frames per second. So video capture both on the front and on the back are not the best, but it is usable on the kind of machine this is. And you're not really going to be capturing selfies with this, so it shouldn't be a major issue. Now, the HP ZBook X2 runs Windows 10 Pro out of the box on both variants. It does have some additional apps, including some additional HP utilities and a Bang & Olufsen utility to control the audio. The screen itself is an anti-glare screen, and it's unique to work on because it doesn't give you the vividness that you would get with a glossy screen, but also it's easier to work on because touchscreen and pen input applications are much more convenient and much more responsive, and the screen does not get any smudges or any fingerprints because of the anti-glare coating on it. Now, the display itself is quite bright and the machine itself is rather heavy to be ultra portable. This is more a machine that you would leave on your desk, or if you would carry it with you, you won't be carrying the whole thing together. The good thing about the keyboard is that it connects via the docking station or the docking port at the bottom, but also can be controlled via Bluetooth, so it connects to your laptop via Bluetooth as well. So you can sit away from the screen and still continue to use the machine without any problem. So you get a Bluetooth keyboard and a trackpad included in the price of this. You can also use the HP ZBook X2 vertically, so if you want to use it in tablet mode, you can do that. It's convenient for watching video, multitasking, and even taking down notes. The overall form factor is nice, and you can also configure the buttons to disable touch input. So if you have accidental touches, or if you like pointing by touching on the screen, your touch inputs will be disabled and you won't get accidental touches. Overall, this machine is designed for professionals, for a business environment, but also for creative people, because this is a pretty powerful machine for what it offers. And at a price of 1,23,000, it offers quite a lot of specifications, along with the form factor is nice, and the pen input obviously adds another layer of interaction with the HP ZBook X2. But this is not for everyone because of the way it's built, because of the fact that it's not ultra portable, but it's definitely an interesting machine and we'll be checking it out in detail. If you guys are interested in a full review of the HP ZBook X2, do let us know in the comment section below. What did you specifically like or dislike about this? Do let us know in the comment section below as well. We did compare both of the variants, and the only real difference we find is the RAM difference, and I would personally not want you to spend 1,20,000 for additional RAM. So if you're interested in this, I would still recommend going for the 8GB variant because everything else remains the same. We will reach out to HP and ask them what the deal is with that pricing, and we will get back to you on that, possibly in the comment section below. That's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already a part of Team iGyan. This has been Bharat. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.
I don't know if what we had was just a waste of time. You got 70,000 friends, but I am one of them.